I keep asking myself, what if the tempter is right? What if we can't protect the flame?
You think giving in to doubt will help? The tempter thrives on it.
And what if your righteous certainty blinds you to the truth? We're walking into the unknown, Thalion. Pretending you're invincible doesn't make it so.
Enough. We don't need to tear each other apart. If doubt is the enemy, then so is division.
Leona's right, but doubt has its place. It keeps us questioning, learning. It's not about never doubting, Seraphina. It's about choosing faith when doubt threatens to take over.
Faith feels so fragile right now.
That's why we share the burden. When one falters, the others hold them up. That's the strength of unity.
The group continues onward, their spirits heavy but their bonds strengthening in the shared struggle. They reach the entrance to the shadowed vale, a dark chasm filled with swirling mist and faint whispers. As they step inside, the air grows colder, and the whispers grow louder, taking on the voices of those they've lost or betrayed.
You can't save everyone. You'll fail, just like before.
Justice or vengeance, you've crossed the line and you know it.
You're just a survivor, not a hero.
Each paladin is confronted by their deepest fears and regrets. The whispers grow deafening, and the group begins to fragment, each drawn into their own torment. Seraphina finds herself in a vision of her past, standing over the body of a child she couldn't save. She weeps, blaming herself, but then hears the faint voice of the child saying, "You tried. That's what matters." Seraphina realizes that compassion isn't about always succeeding, it's about trying, no matter the odds. Thalion is transported to a vision of a battlefield where he sees innocents caught in the crossfire of his quest for justice. His reflection, a shadowy figure, accuses him of arrogance. Thalion counters, "Justice isn't perfect, but it's worth striving for." His shadow dissipates, leaving him humbled but resolute. Leona faces a vision of herself walking away from her companions, haunted by past failures. Her shadow self sneers, "You're better off alone." But Leona remembers Astrael's words about unity and declares, "I don't have to face this alone anymore." Her shadow vanishes, and she feels a renewed sense of purpose. The Paladins emerge from their visions, battered but enlightened. In the center of the veil lies a blackened crystal, pulsating with shadowy energy. It's the source of the whispers, and a trap laid by the tempter.
This isn't just a battle of strength, it's a battle of belief. If we let the tempter's lies take hold, we lose everything.
Then let's remind the world what we believe in, together.
The Paladins join hands around the crystal. The eternal flame rises between them, its light intensifying as they channel their shared strength and virtues. The shadow crystal begins to crack, the whispers fading into silence.
You think this is victory? The darkness never truly dies.
Neither does the light.
The crystal shatters, releasing a burst of light that clears the mists of the veil. The Paladins stand together, their unity stronger than ever. The Paladins return to the meadow where they light a beacon with the eternal flame. Its golden light stretches across the horizon, a signal of hope to all who see it. As they prepare for the next phase of their journey, they reflect on their growth.
It's not about never doubting, it's about believing anyway.
And knowing we're never alone in the fight.
The Paladins walk into the distance, the flame lighting their path. The 22 Paladins, Chapter 2, Shadows of Doubt, to be continued. A bustling town rests in the valley below the Paladins' position. Smoke rises from several buildings, and the sounds of battle, clashing swords, screams, and monstrous roars echo through the air. The Tempter's forces, shadowy beings with glowing red eyes, are terrorizing the townsfolk. The Paladins observe from a hilltop, each reacting in their own way.
We can't wait. Those people need us now.
Rushing in blindly will only get us killed.
Seraphina's voice is steady but urgent. Then we make a plan. But whatever we do it together.
The eternal flame isn't just our power, it's a symbol. If we use it to rally the people, they can stand with us.
You mean turn the tide not with just strength, but hope?
Exactly. Let's show them the light.
The Paladins descend into the town, their arrival marked by the radiant glow of the eternal flame. Townsfolk, hiding in fear, peek from windows and behind barricades. One by one, they notice the Paladins and their light. We are the 22 Paladins. We carry the eternal flame, a light that cannot be extinguished. Stand with us, and together we will drive out the darkness. Some of the townsfolk hesitate, fear gripping them. A child steps forward, clutching a makeshift wooden sword. Child, if the Paladins are here, maybe we can win. The child's bravery sparks a ripple of courage. One by one, the townsfolk emerge, armed with whatever they can find: pitchforks, tools, even kitchen knives. The Paladins lead the charge against the Tempter's forces. The battle is chaotic and intense, with the townsfolk fighting alongside the Paladins.
Hold the line, keep them back.
Thalion commands a defensive line, using his sword to deflect incoming blows while barking orders to keep the townsfolk coordinated.
From the high ground, I can see more of them coming. Stay strong, everyone.
Leona picks off enemies from high ground, her arrows infused with the light of the eternal flame.
I'm here to help. Stay with me.
Seraphina moves through the fray, healing the injured with the flame's energy while striking down foes with precision.
You shall not pass.
Astrael confronts the Tempter's lieutenant, a towering, shadowy beast wielding a massive, corrupted blade. As the battle rages on, dynamic character growth unfolds. Leona sees a group of townsfolk faltering. Inspired, she jumps down, rallying them with a battle cry.
Stand together, we are stronger as one.
For the first time, she embraces her role as a leader, not just a lone warrior. A wounded villager collapses near Thalion. At first, he hesitates. His training says to stay focused on the fight, but he chooses to help, realizing justice also means protecting the weak.
I've got you. Hang in there.
When the odds seem overwhelming, Seraphina is struck by doubt. But the sight of the townsfolk fighting bravely reignites her belief.
The flame guides us all. We will not falter.
She channels the flame with greater intensity, its light spreading hope across the battlefield. Facing the Tempter's lieutenant, Astrael is severely injured, yet he presses on, knowing that defeating the lieutenant will turn the tide.
This ends now.
In a final, desperate move, he channels the flame through his sword, shattering the corrupted blade and vanquishing the lieutenant. The battle ends as the Tempter's forces retreat, their morale broken. The townsfolk cheer, lifting the Paladins on their shoulders. Astrael, though injured, smiles faintly as Seraphina heals his wounds. Townsfolk leader, you didn't just save us, you showed us what we can be.
The light we carry is in all of you. Keep it burning, even in the darkest times.
As the Paladins prepare to leave, the townsfolk gift them supplies and blessings. The child who first stepped forward runs up to Seraphina, handing her the wooden sword. Child, take this. You're the reason I'm not afraid anymore. Seraphina accepts the sword with a soft smile, her faith fully restored. The Tempter stands in his dark citadel, his remaining lieutenants kneeling before him. His shadowy form shifts angrily, his voice echoing with malice. Tempter, they've grown stronger, but so will we. Let them bask in their fleeting victories. The true test is yet to come. The camera pans to a map of the realm, with shadowy tendrils spreading toward other towns and kingdoms. Fade to black. Title: The 22 Paladins. Chapter 3: The Tempter's Gambit, to be continued.